In this video, we're going to discuss how to use Designer when preparing for a bid and prior to implementation. You'll need to have information from the customer as far as room diagrams. Do they have a preference for microphones in the ceiling or on the table, etc.? Our first microphone we'll use is the MXA 901. It's our newest ceiling microphone and is 13 inches in diameter. We use it with an ANI USB audio processor. We're going to add two MXN5C ceiling loudspeakers since this 12-person conference room is 26 feet wide and the customers want full coverage with speakers. And the customer wants the ability to have a mute button because they know the microphone is going to be in the ceiling. Now that I have my devices in the room, I'm going to hit Auto Route, which creates audio routes between devices, turns on mute synchronization, and adjusts audio settings. We select the Auto Route button, and all that happens in a few seconds. Then we go over to the Coverage tab. Now we want to put those devices into a room, so we click the pencil to get over to the Properties panel. We want to select Add an Image. We select the 12-person conference room, and we're going to edit that image so we can draw it to scale. This will ensure our room is at scale with the drawing. To do this, we just need to know the measurement for this room. On the bottom of the diagram, we see a green line that states the room is 26 feet wide. All we have to do is draw a line directly over that line. When the window pops up and asks for the distance, we will put 26 into the window to match the measurement shown at the bottom of the room diagram. Now we have the room matching the actual diagram measurements. The first thing to do is take the microphone and put it in the room so we have coverage around the table and the chairs. Now we bring our first speaker in. Note, we do not want the speaker's coverage to cross over each other. This first speaker coverage looks good. We take the second speaker and do the same thing. We now have our microphone and two speakers in the room. As you can see, our coverage area does not cover the front of the displays very well. And when we discuss this option with the customer, we can ask them if coverage needs to extend to that area. Next, we're going to come back to the Routing tab and name this as our 12-person conference room with an MXA 901. We'll select Return on our keyboard to save this room. Next, we'll create a new room design. And this one is going to be with an MXA 920 ceiling array microphone because we're concerned about covering the area where these two displays are at. In this scenario, we'll be using an ANI USB matrix again. We're going to use two MXN5C ceiling loudspeakers and one mute button. We'll use the Auto Route button again. We see the routes made. We're going to go to the coverage area like we did last time. We want to make sure the room is the same size, so let us go ahead and add an image. We're going to add the same 12-person conference room. We want to draw it to scale. We know it's 26 feet wide. Let's put our MXA 920 into the room, and we can see out of the box it covers a larger area than this room needs. Aim to place it closer to the displays in front of the room. We're recommending you do this to ensure that if someone is presenting and facing the displays while speaking, they'll still be heard by the distant end. As you can see, if somebody is presenting, we have that area covered. Now we'll place the speakers in the same area as we had them before. We'll turn the MXA 920 coverage off so we can see the speaker coverage, and it appears the speakers are right where they should be. This design with the MXA 920 does cover the area in front of the two displays. We'll call this one our 12-person conference room with MXA 920. We'll save this room just like we did with the last design. We're going to create one more room design for the 12-person conference room. For this design, we're going to look at the MXA 902. Since the MXA 902 has its own built-in loudspeaker, we will not put any other speakers into the room. We just need to add the MXA mute button. We just have 3 devices with this example. We'll select the Auto Route button. Let's go to the coverage area and do the same thing we had done in the past. We're going to add our 12-person conference room image and draw to scale. We'll put the MXA 902 microphone into the room, and with this device we have both the microphone and speaker and cover the table with coverage. Here again we have some room in front of those displays. With MXA 901 and for the MXA 902, we'll need to ask the customer if the coverage meets their needs. We will save this design just like we have with the other two. Now you have 3 different room designs that you can share with the customer. When you meet with the customer, you can go through these files and explain why we use these different devices and what the pros and cons are for each room design. You can also show them the same room being covered by an MXA 710. The only MXA microphone we cannot show coverage for is the MXA 310. The MXA 310 will be added to the coverage area in another designer release in the future. That's it. I hope you can see how useful Designer is in planning for a bid response.